In January 1988, police find 31-year-old Victor Woods stabbed to death in his own apartment. The killer intended to destroy any clues by setting a fire to the boat. Investigators run a background check on Victor and learn that he moved out to Colorado. Settling in, Victor Woods took a job working in a specialty bike shop.
Thanks for joining Morgan. Thanks for joining USMC Suspense.
Trip.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks for joining.
Happy anniversary. Yeah, I went on Steam, found all of the Final Fantasy games like are 60% off. So I kind of just went buck wild. And these are games that I will play for probably the rest of my life. Forever, how long that is. Okay, so that's a walk and I can run. Okay, so if I have to walk, I have to really only use that. Okay. See the potion! Wasn't there a thing where I could get attacked here multiple times?
Awesome, and yet we're
Thanks for joining Thomas Retro Gamer.
Sounds good, brother. Oh, I just got tentacled.
Thanks for joining user. Thanks for joining Gets.
Now I know it probably people aren't gonna like this, but uh, there's supposed to be a thing on here.
Thanks for joining I Love Beavis.
There.
Thanks for joining Lemmy Winks.
Hello, everybody.
Thanks for joining Swab Perp.
Swab Perp. Are you Rico Suave? Okay.
Thanks for joining Shortridge. Thanks for joining Zora. Thanks for joining Imperator. Thanks for joining Abalde. Thanks for joining Norman. Thanks for joining Kenneth Bowen.
A bartender and one of the waitresses, both member of God, sitting in the bar.
This volume is too loud.
Witnesses report saying that two men leaving the bar together. 1:30. She said
Thanks for joining Ralph Masoniski.
it's frustrating to get information.
Much better.
Two different parties. Towards a suspect in murder. It seems that
I guess I could change it there too.
but you can't blame
Thanks for joining Aleyo Merks.
Leo Merck's welcome. Alright, we're just talk to me, big boy.
Thanks for joining Inzani Dago. Thanks for joining Gordo. Thanks for joining Kirby.
I kind of want to keep Cloud.
Thanks for joining Talix.
Soldier? don't trust you.
Thanks for joining GameX Super. Thanks for joining Edgewix.
Investigators canvass virtues as otherwise rapes.
Thanks for joining Reoccurring Amusement. Thanks for joining Alfredo Jaimes Castelli. Thanks for joining JHI Don't Know You Holmes.
I don't know you, Holmes. Nice. I like it. Dun, dun, dun. Time to get slashy. Kawasaki.
Thanks for joining Stereophonic. Thanks for joining Gorvox.
Gorbox, welcome.
The suggestion forces investigators to know.
He didn't get all.
Thanks for joining Mr. Street Tay.
Street Hay.
Thanks for joining Gothic Gamer.
The answer to these questions lies within rings.
It's time to go. The only thing I care about is finishing this job before securing and the robo-guards come.
Thanks for joining Cat is the Best.
I will not. I will use the joysticks. You don't know me?
Thanks for joining T White.
T.Y.? Well,
Thanks for joining Esme.
it's me. Welcome.
Thanks for joining Boric the Bladesinger.
What's up?
Thanks for joining Big L. Thanks for joining Edward Starr. Thanks for joining Tank Dad.
Pink Dad. Welcome.
Thanks for joining Carrier of Mail.
Carrier of Mail. Welcome. You do good work.
According to the hotel reports, this same suspect robbed the same hotel several weeks earlier. There was a long wait.
Thanks for joining T White.
Welcome back, T.Y.
Thanks for joining T White.
Welcome back again.
Thanks for joining Pondago.
Gago? Or Hokage? Restore? No, I can't equip it yet. Oh.
White has no idea what's outside. As he leaves his apartment, police make the arrest. What was brought to the scene? He is one of the sexual suspects.
Now, what was that message about? Was that, not Sid? What's his face?
On the day after White's arrest, a startling
Thanks for joining CG Westdock.
Let's see about this. Has anyone ever...
Boric the Bladesinger says playing this before the third installment comes out later this year.
I mean, that's a good thing to do. I just...
Thanks for joining Gabriel Garcia.
To be completely honest, I went on Steam just to look up some Final Fantasy and found all of the old ones, and some of the remastered are like 60% off. And Final Fantasy VII is my favorite. even with the remake done, the remake is okay. It's nice to see, 3D renditions, but you can't beat the original Final Fantasy VII, in my opinion. Experiences a sudden painful headache. The voice echoes in his head, warning him, "Watch out! This isn't just a reactor. It's actually Sephiroth's."
Thanks for joining Pandago.
Okay. So Sephiroth is like, "No, don't do it, Cloud." Oh, crap! This is the one with the electricity, right? It's been years.
The veteran detective decides with possible skill and make him confess.
Wait, Barack the Blade Singer.
Board the
Do I know you, Barack?
You're going to do it after playing through third playthrough.
Do I know you, Barack?
13 days after the new system purchase on
Because I DM a guy.
Says, "Ha, ha, 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 maybe." Thanks for joining Jedley Austin. Thanks for joining nabilabasi@gmail.com.
Yeah, well, the stuff on Steam, when you buy it off of Steam,
Board the
you
Blade
have...
Singer says it's all about them fireballs.
Okay. Hi, Barack. Yeah, no. The thing is with this, like,
Thanks for joining Not Yet.
after... Nice.
Thanks for joining Jason RH.
Like, because it's off of Steam, like, you can change the boosts and whatnot. As you can see, no encounters, speed boost if you want. But I just have the
RH says,
HP.
"Thank you. Best game ever."
Heck yeah, it is.
Thanks for joining Bropool.
When I was in junior high, all my brothers were obsessed with this game, except for Master Guns. And in a junior high, I remember being in woodshop and a nerd, I call him a nerd. I'm a nerd too, so it's not that bad. But he pulls out his backpack,
Thanks for joining Richelopakli.
the walkthrough manual for Final Fantasy VII, and I geeked the hell out. I asked him if I could see it. He was just reading it. Anyways, I went to the Chocobo section, and I'm freaking taking down notes on how to make the perfect golden Chocobo. It was insane. And now, thanks to the internet, you don't even have to freaking do this. Come on, let's get out of here.
Board the Blade Singer says, "Yeah, playing through 1 to 6, I saw the boosts." Thanks for joining Jason Haddock. Thanks for joining Big L. Worth the Blade Singer says, yeah, I'm excited to see how they do the chocobo in the new one.
I don't know if you're gonna have an option. And she just jumps over you. Could have possibly kneed you in the face.
Worth the Blade Singer says, what disc was it on when you did that?
Where you could, I think it was disc 2, or, yeah, it had to be on disc 2 because on the original 3-disc game, when you went to go fight Sephiroth, that's when you changed over to disc 3. Mind blow.
Thanks for joining Vorik the Blade Singer.
Aruga, Aruga. Gonna blow your mind. Ah, that one is useless. But I think there's a usage thing. Okay. In the OG Final Fantasy VII, when you're using the limits, do you have to use them every? Is there a limit to how many times you use them to unlock the next step? Okay.
Thanks for joining Radish.
Radish, welcome. Get up, Jesse. Jeez, you're so accident prone. I'm hungry.
Thanks for joining Pan Cholo.
Control, welcome.
Thanks for joining Albino Clear.
Albino clear.
Thanks for joining MBK Gaming.
Earned as ham hocks. What a jerk. Ferret is probably one of my least favorite characters ever. And that guy, fuck you. You just knocked down Aerith. Aw. I messed that up. Damn it. I just wanted, wanted her to be safe.
Thanks for joining Pancholo.
Greetings, welcome back. Of course we're going to fight. I will fight you.
Thanks for joining Co-Create R.
Say again, though? Daisy and Haze?
Thanks for joining Michael Ruiz.
Michael Ruiz, welcome.
Thanks for joining Kayla Jane.
Kayla Jane, welcome. Oh, I'm getting hungry.
Thanks for joining Not Sure.
Not sure, Buffy. Boom.
Thanks for joining Foxweaver.
Box Weaver. Thank you for the follow, Box
says yo,
Weaver.
yo.
How you doing?
Foxweaver says surviving. Feeling a broken arm, but alright otherwise. Can't skip FFBI ice cream.
No worries. I hear you. I just bought it off of Steam because I didn't want to play with my emulator. It's not. The graphics are a lot better from this one, and they have a built-in mod, so you don't run out of HP. That's what that little icon over there means, is I'm using one of the mods.
Thanks for joining Wesley CW.
Man, they really did. They really don't make games like this anymore.
Minutes later, pictures have been saved. The house is flowers within the video.
Everyone with their big old shoes.
Foxweaver says limitation breeds innovation is absolutely true for the older games.
Stepping through the doorway, Kendall takes note of the mirror he's able to control too well.
Thanks for joining that Transformers fan.
Move it!
Foxweaver says, and honestly, I'd love to be able to play it again for the first time.
Right. Like when I first played this,
Thanks
I was
for
in
joining
junior
Sean
high.
Mukunda.
I can't
Foxweaver
believe
says the remake just feels wrong.
the remake. I mean,
Thanks for joining M.
it was expected for, you know, what it was. But there is something about the simplicity of how the original is. It's a timeless favorite. Oh, I can't get into that. Aw. I want to research. I want to get all the other stuff.
Foxweaver says right, but I'd rather have a remaster instead of a remake. Tune up the code, better resolution.
Yes, I agree.
Thanks for joining Gonta.
Like, I find it kind of funny how they redid the first Final Fantasy fantasies 1 through 6, and then like it's called the Pixie or Pixel thing, and then they made them 3D, which is just strange.
This turns out to be
Where? And they're trying to tell you that that's only 50 meters tall. I'm tired, Grandpa. Well, it's too damn bad.
Foxweaver says the
Go
Pixel
ahead.
Remaster Collection.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining Swiper.
like its romantic power. Kevin Cusick seems genuinely strong.
I feel kind of upset with myself that I didn't get the flower from Aerith.
Thanks for joining Sarian. Thanks for joining Swiper. Thanks for joining GED Philosophy. Foxweaver says I actually own the Pixel Remaster. I prefer it over the 3D versions.
Yeah, I looked at on the Steam store, and those things, they're like $10 right now. This Final Fantasy VII
Thanks
was
for
actually
joining Pandago.
like in $6. So I had to buy it.
Thanks for joining Frank Tregovac.
The original,
Foxweaver says no shit. Nice.
Yeah, the original 3 disc in good condition, I saw it going for over $75 because you just can't find the thing anymore. But I do have a copy. Well, I should have a copy, but my brother might have the copy. But yeah, still playable on PlayStation 1, but the case is all, broken to hell like it usually does.
Thanks for joining Destin Armistead.
And then lost my train of thought. That's what I get for being hungry.
Foxweaver says, oh yeah, anything pre-FFX in good to perfect condition sells for a ton.
Yeah. Oh, but what I was gonna say is on Steam, Final Fantasy Tactics is still, like, even though it's 30% off, it's still there for like $35. I'm like, I'll just stick to my emulator. It's sad when, like, $5, oh yeah, put a bunch of those in my cart. Spend $60, but one game costs half of that? Like, no, that's too rich for my blood.
Thanks for joining Lilstone Fox.
Time to just randomly walk into people's houses.
Foxweaver says, yeah, Tactics is unfortunately ignored just enough to not justify lowering the price.
I don't even know if I have one. But I'll buy. Oh no, I don't. Okay, nice. Do I really need it though? No, I don't. Because I have the...
Thanks for joining Snort.
I have the mod on that's going to let me stay alive.
Foxweaver says LMAO, the vendor basically was all, nah, you pay before you leave.
F you, kid. Old dude. I am old. I was trying to talk to the kid, but whatever. Just walk into people's houses. Not much of a choice.
Foxweaver says, bruh, he called Cloud old.
I think he's... I mean, in game, isn't he supposed to be like 17, 18? I ain't your papa. Give me that DNA test. Can't prove it. Just because you have my rare negative AB negative blood type doesn't mean I'm your daddy. You can't change Tifa's name.
Foxweaver says 21, actually. 23 by Advent Children and 24 by Dirge of Cerebus.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Thanks for joining him. Thanks for joining Sweep Swoop. Thanks for joining Megan Napton. Foxweaver says sorry, I'm a Lornet.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it. And then try to leave, and he barges in. Alright, guys, 1 second. I am out of liquids, and I need a refill.
Foxweaver says hydrated dihydrate. Foxweaver says or.
You know, I had mashed potatoes and gravy, or mashed potatoes for
Thanks for joining Jacob McCoy.
Okay, so what soft food are you in the mood for?
Hey, I ate the cheese and the pepperoni top.
Foxweaver says I should probably grab
Or-
hydration too. Tank is empty.
I'm just like, apparently roast beef is not soft. I haven't tried turkey yet. And oh yeah, and after burgers last night.
Thanks for joining frequently Ms. Directed. Thanks for joining Latte.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you again.
Jesus.
Thanks for joining
I
Ashi.
don't know what to say on the fourth one.
Too bad.
But yeah, it was. I could tell by this. I would love to eat some freaking noodles, but because of my gluten intolerance and freaking diabetes, I can't eat carbs. Strawberries on sale at Meijer?
Thanks for joining the Light Dark.
You're gonna buy what?
Thanks for joining
Nice.
Sephiroth.
Oh shit, Sephiroth just joined.
Who's that?
Sephiroth is the main antagonist
Thanks
in
for
Final
joining
Fantasy
Joe's
VII.
Legendary Cards.
Sephiroth, 1985. Hey, that's a good year.
Thanks for joining Cassie.
Ooh, that's a weird combination. Oolong tea and great flavor.
Thanks for joining Briggs.
Briggs, another one.
Thanks for joining Blake Myers. Thanks for joining Mirth. Thanks for joining Ollie.
That's for David Bowman. He pleads guilty to the alleged drug offenses for receives an 8-year sentence.
What you doing, boy? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? You're waiting for Mama? Look at this extra skin you got. Make a wallet out of you.
Thanks for joining Kai Fun Guy.
Look at that face. Such a handsome face. Yeah, good boy. Boy. Alright. Good boy. No, you're a naughty boy, actually. You ate Mom's sandwich chocolate first. Hey. Come on, man. Don't.
Thanks for joining Orange Ant Gaming.
Oh, sorry, talking to my dog. Oh, is it nap time? It's 3 o'clock. So what do you think?
No.
I'm willing to do or risk it for the biscuit pizza. You think? Or I can always just get, something and just not get a bun. Does McDonald's have the grilled chicken sandwich? No, it does not have one. But we can do KFC too. So, what would you like to do? KFC or pizza?
Because you said potatoes hurt your stomach.
They just make me guess.
So, ugh.
Thanks for joining Red Fox. Thanks for joining Jamil Becton.
Jamil Becton, welcome.
Thanks for joining Red Fox.
Red Fox, welcome back. What time did you want to possibly do it? Do we have, did you want Little Caesars? Did you want VC? Don't really know. But you said you would do triple meat if it was a brown pizza, right? Little tiny kid making drinks and that. That's funny. We just discussed that. We're thinking Little Caesars. Why? What were you thinking?
I'm feeling like fresh.
I mean, we could do KFC, right, love? You don't mind? Okay, then we'll have KFC. Don't say I never do nothing for you. Alright, as soon as I save, we're gonna get a... There, that's all.
Thanks for joining Mox Halite.
Same stuff. All right, y'all. Hunger is calling, and Suspense and family is hungry. So we're going to go get some KFC. I'm going to have mashed potatoes and gravy because that's the only thing that my stomach will tolerate right now. And until we see each other again, cheers. We'll probably be playing later tonight. Who knows? Stay tuned.